Hi there and welcome back to Triplicate, and normally I like to try and put out maybe one video a week about that, but recently I have been having problems with my eye, with the detached retina, so I had an operation, got one video out, and then of course another bit of the retina detached, so I had another operation, spent a week lying on my side as a result, and I haven't really felt in the mood since. However, let's try and move forward with something. So, as part of the series on robots, I ordered, has to be said at triplicate prices, a robot chassis, which is two wheels, basically driven by two motors, so you can steer it by driving the motors in different directions, and a caster for the third wheel. We're not going to get into that, but the problem was the base plate arrived broken, so I contacted the vendor who sent me a new base plate, which also arrived broken. So I contacted the vendor again and they said, oh, this has never happened to us before, please pack it all up and send it back and we'll refund you. And I was humming and hawing whether I even wanted to bother doing that and have to order another one from somewhere else, and then I was back under the surgeon's whatever they use for keyhole surgery, and I never got round to it. So I thought, well, perhaps we can repair this. So I have bought, this is just this 3mm, 5mm acrylic perspex square bar. So I don't know, like that or like that, two bits of that, or maybe even two more bits underneath. No, I don't think you can do that because of the way the motors sit. Anyway, we'll glue some of this on here and hopefully that will be strong enough so we can proceed to put our robot together. So I've seen advertised on the internet, actually on YouTube, UV curable glue, like the stuff most of my teeth are held together with. I like the idea of this because normally glue, it goes off, you've got a limited amount of time. Like epoxy, you mix it up and you've got 5 minutes and it's gone off, and if at the end of 5 minutes your two parts aren't properly lined up, you've had it. So this stuff, theoretically you put it on, line your parts, and when you're dead sure everything's lined up, you turn your little torch on and it cures. So let's give it a try. You can get it off the internet, just like have a pen with one little LED in, but nobody had a good word to say for those, so I got one of these instead. And this torch, it says there we go, takes 1, 2, 3 AAA batteries. I'm using rechargeables. It probably tell me I'm supposed to be using alkalis. Only if it ever came with any instructions, I lost them. Presuming goes in that way. We'll find out. And want to screw up. So we, oh, there we go. Right, so I thought we'd test it first before trying to glue together our robot baseboard, and to test it, the best thing I could find was the Arduino 18 Mega, or the Arduino Mega plastic baseboard, which I'm not using. So we can do as we wish with it. So, is that any better? That's a bit better. It's the usual thing of trying to film clear plastic, anything happening on clear plastic. Not easy. So the glue comes in a darkened bag. Oh, there we go. Alex 10mm crystal repair UV resin. And a little straw. Ah, a little brush. So now I'm assuming these LED lights don't put out much in the way of UV. Fairly bright lights illuminating what I'm doing here. So what I am going to do, let's see if it actually does what it claims to do. Sniff test. Ugh. Smells disgusting. Must be good. So I'm going to put a double there, and I am going to put a double there, and what I am going to do, I suppose I should be wearing gloves, it's probably highly toxic, is my little light and cure that one. Don't know how long you're supposed to give it to cure. Okay, shall we try that? Shall we grab a screwdriver? And see what's happened. So that's the one we cured. Oh yeah, that's gone hard. Hasn't stuck on terribly well. And this one is still liquid. Well, there you go. Okay, so I have tons of odd bits of acrylic somewhere, but I can't find them. So, Arduino base, and we're going to glue the centre out of a ball pen out to it. Yeah, so, no, that's the torch, and alright, I put gloves on. So let's, oh, that has gone sort of hardish, but it is a bright day. I guess there must be some UV in here. So it says you're best doing this in layers. So let's see if I put the top back on that, put that on there. Alright, well, I'll just leave it on. Okay, 2 runs down each side. Is that? Yeah, that is actually secured on, so that does. And this is where the fact that I only have one working eye, or working properly. God. To clean it all off before I did this. And forgot. Okay. find out how much time you're actually supposed to give it. Sure, the stuff they use for fillings at the dentist, they had a timer. I think it's about 20 seconds. And anything at the dentist seems to be interminable, however long it takes. Okay, so I guess we can take that is not hard. So we'll give it another run along nice and slowly. You can't see that, can you? So I'm giving it a blast from underneath as well. Let's see how that's doing. Sorta. Ever so slightly tacky, but I don't know. How hard it's supposed to go, presumably hard. Well, I'll give that another couple of passes and then we'll see how strongly it is on. Okay, well, given that all I'm going to give it, so shall we see how strong it is. Well, that doesn't, it's not sticking to the plastic of the baseboard. Oh well, I think I shall have a further investigate. Okay, so what we're really trying to do here is stick that to that. So what we want to know really is, will this cure through that thickness of this? And I did do a bit of digging on the old internet and found that this stuff does need possibly as much as 20 minutes to cure, depending on what you're doing with it. So what I am now proposing to do is stick a blob of the stuff on here, flip this over so it's supported upside down but off the desk, turn this on, line it up nicely, drop it over like that and leave it for maybe a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes. And it's now 14:37 So I'll bring you back. Okay, so that has had 20 minutes, so shall we see if it's set. Yes. I don't get it off now. You never want to. Okay, oh no, it's actually a bit sticky. You see this on the top, but quite hard on the bottom, but still hasn't stuck terribly well to the perspex. So what I think I shall do is give it a go. I shall attach that down to a piece of wood, cut a couple of lengths of that, glue it all together, give it some of this. Right, so here it is. I've even given the surfaces I'm trying to glue together a clean, and that will close up, so that's not screwed down, and there's two reinforcing bars which I'm going to put like that, and well, let's do it. Okay, change of plan. Let's take the screws out. Right. That goes like that. Now I am hoping that it won't stick to the piece of wood. A scrap piece of Wick's finest floorboard. Right, let's put a layer on here as well. Right, I'm not allowed to paint anything in our house. Always stick. Too much paint, glue, wine, they always apply too much. Okay, so this goes in here. Push that up as hard as we can. Turn that down. Looks good. Right, let's do these little guys. Right, so that's going, I think, there. And this one. Will go the other side like that. Right, and I really want to weight those two down with something. Okay, clamped it in the end with a couple of big spring clamps, a whole lot propped up on boxes, and I'm just going to try and cure, well, I'm going to try and cure somehow these so it'll hold together and I can take the clamps off, but the old lights run out of battery. So when it's passably firm, I propose to take it downstairs and put it out in the sun for a few hours. Okay, so I've given it like, I suppose 20 minutes or more with the light there, the light there, the light there, the light there, and pointing down at the junction, and I've got the battery stuck in the body of the light. So let us see if it's actually glued itself together. Yes. And yes. That's good. Now this still feels tacky. So what I am going to do is, it's a sunny-ish day, I'm just going to leave it outside for a few hours in the sun, a good source of ultraviolet light, and hope it hardens up fully. There's my screwdriver. Let's pull these screws out. Okay, so it's stuck to the wood. It is. It's typical that it sticks to the wood stronger than it sticks to itself. So how are we getting this off? Okay, one knife blade under there. I'm gonna tap with a screwdriver. Okay, shall we try the other side? Okay. Check my fingers trying to do this. I thought it wasn't going to stick to the wood at all. Oh, there we go. Don't know where that was stuck down. That's it, I've got. Guessing. I don't know. Well, it seems to be together, so we will. Plastic's got a bit scuffed, but it's not going to stop it working. So as I say, I'm going to leave that out in the sun and see if I can cure it up some more, so it's not tacky anywhere anymore, but I think that might work. So there you go. I guess I sort of thought it was going to be sort of magic, and paint a little bit on and shine a little light at it and it would set nice and hard, and it would the answer to all my gluing problems. And it does seem to take quite a lot of UV to get it to cure, and I think if I was using it regularly I would buy or build a better UV lamp, because this torch is not the highest quality in the world. The battery, the battery for some reason, Duracell AAA's, rechargeable AAA's must be slightly bigger than others because the battery holder got jammed in, and if you actually look down into the battery, all the positives of the LEDs are just soldered together, and that's your positive battery terminal. So there we go, high quality equipment. However, UV LEDs are dirt cheap, so and you can buy little LED UV lamps for not much money. So I would probably use it in certain applications, given, as I say, I would like to have a better UV lamp. So I think that is about it for this video. I hope I've given you a little insight into UV curable glue stroke resin, and I'll see you on the next one. So for now, it's goodbye from Triplicate, home of interesting electronics. Goodbye.